There's a cinder block at the door. You take the cinder block, which was formerly your fort's front step. You decided you could stand apart with it since you've been stubbing your toe on it constantly since you built it. Clunk! The key still won't jingle loose. It looks like you'll need to throw an even heavier object at the door. Check out what's on the false safe. FUH, more like A3. Dumb 13391. Since Ace seems so intent on being able to see into your office, it looks like you put up something for him to look at. Take the note. You stash the note to a stick. Investigate coffee machine-looking object in the corner. It appears to be some kind of heating unit to keep the coffee hot. It looks heavy. Pick it up. It is quite heavy and hot. You contemplate throwing it at the door, but something occurs to you first. You don't want to knock the key on the floor and not be able to reach them. R.E. the sunglasses fiasco. You'd better be prepared to catch them in something after you throw it. Use hat as a key net, then throw coffee maker. You resolve to catch the key with your hat. You let the ponderous appliance fly. Jingle, catch the key. With quick reflexes, you shove your hat through the hole in time to rescue the key. Put hat back in. Pull hat back in. You get the safe key, and you can't think of a safer place for it than where it is now. Playback message on the reel-to-reel. Should I strip first? Yes, you will want to strip thoroughly before I provide my service. Okay, I'm stripping now. You keep the hidden recording device in your office to record anything said that might be incriminating. Unfortunately, the only incriminating statements recorded were likely made by yourself. Swap the safe key with the candy corn. Your prized confections will be safer here. The recording tape begins to unspool while you're preoccupied. Pee through the clown eyes into A-Stick's office. You remember you're pissed off at A-Stick, and in addition to which, you haven't been able to pee once in the 13.5 hours you've been locked in your office. You decide to exact revenge by unleashing a torrent of urine through one of the painting holes, preferably while he is spying on you. Unfortunately, your aim isn't that good, and you don't even come close to getting pee through the holes. The painting is now a smelly mess. Why? Use the key on the safe. You unlock the safe with the safe key. The safe opens to reveal a hidden room. You don't need the safe key anymore, so you discard it. Wrap yourself in recording tape like a mummy. Wow, what a fucking waste of time. Barge into the room with wild abandon. Chapter 2 of 22. Maybe now is a good time to save your game. Click link below. So this is where he was thinking. You enter your secret chamber. It is a dark alcove you use to store a few modest valuables. And duck into whenever you're on a case and things start to get a little too hot to handle, which is never. Check out the paper on the floor. Fuck off, asshole. Asshole. It appears to be a note delivered to you from A-Stick. It smells a little like pee. You hate him so much, you stash the unpleasant note in your inventory. Why is there so much pee? Play a haunting tuba refrain. You can't do it. That tuba is filthy. Maybe you should keep your instruments clean. Check out the paper on the wall. Secondhand pornography. handling your dirty instruments since 1920, rusted trombones, filthy tubas, funky trumpets, and more. 1-800-SAX-SAX-SAX. It's another business card for an intriguing trade. Some of these services sound really exotic. Put card in your inventory. Get in dummy elevator. You climb into the elevator, sometimes called a dumb waiter. It's pitch black inside. There's only one direction to go. Go down. The dumb waiter goes down a little bit, then stops. This is as far as it goes. The interior is somewhat illuminated from light coming in through a slit in the wall you're facing. It looks like you can slip objects through it as long as they are narrow enough. Peep through the slit. It's hard to see anything through it, but you hear a voice again. Listen. Listen. Cut scene. It's Ace Dick's office again. He is still on the phone and sounds really surly. He seems quite upset about a mix-up involving large stone busts, instead of some other service he believed he was getting. Next, cutscene. Bust are us. We'll polish your head for no extra fee. 5034918. He seems to be wondering if he has the right business card. Feed your Bust R Us card through slot. You deposit into the slot the Bust R Us card. But pee on the card beforehand. A little too late, you realize you should have peed on the card to stick it to Ace. You decide to pee on it anyway. What is with all this pee? Cutscene. Ace Dick picks up the card and puts it in his inventory. He considers the card carefully. Next, cutscene. He calls the number, hoping this one will bring satisfaction. Next, cutscene. After a little while, some whores show up. And cutscene. It looks like Ace got the better of you once again. Take swig from flask of whiskey. Feelings of dejection overwhelm you. You are tired of being shown up by your rival. He gets everything, all the good cases, the women, the ability to open his office door. You'd wager he even enjoys the lion's share of the candy corn. You down a stiff belt from your flask of whiskey. You experience a boost in your imagination. Clean horns. Suddenly you are entirely dissatisfied with the condition of these horns. It is an absolute disgrace. You won't stand for it. You set about polishing the instruments, but it seems your imagination is too high to conduct normal day-to-day activities. You topple some of the horns, the clarinet breaks. Oh my gosh. Not the clarinet! That's not even a horn! It is a woodwind! Why is the clarinet with the horns? Why did you break it? I'm sorry, I play the clarinet, so... If only there was a place that could serve as a proper outlet for such a high degree of imagination until the condition passes. Back to the old fort. In your heightened state of imagination, you fall down the stairs. You better get to the safety of your fort fast. You're no good to anyone out here. Hooray! You feel safe and sound in the cozy confines of your wobbly particle board walls. Drift into realm of make-believe. It looks like you are on an acid trip. Next, you stand in your imaginary office with the mind, anything is possible. Your imaginary phone is ringing. Answer the imaginary phone. You answer the phone in the best depression-era fast-talking way possible. On the other line is a hysterical dame. You tell her to calm down and give you the skinny on what all the hubbub is about. Her answers are vague and one-dimensional. The case is quickly going nowhere. It turns out your imagination sucks. Eat steak dinners with hands. The steak dinners have been sitting around for a while. They are both spoiled. Engorge yourself on imaginary candy corn. They don't taste as good as real candy corn. Nevertheless, you give your paltruder a small boost. Paltruder? Try to take imaginary gun back into real world. You pick up the gun, you'd like to bring it back with you, but you cannot fathom how that is possible. Stride confidently through office door. You exit your office into the hallway. Go harass a stick. You burst through a stick's imaginary door, rolling up your non-existent sleeve, but he is nowhere to be found. His imaginary room is empty, most likely because Ace is currently not using his imagination. Leave room. You exit, but not before you leave an imaginary present on the floor. What is with all the pee? Andrew Hussie, are you trying to tell us something? Are you, like, into, like, pee or something? I don't even know what that, like, thing is called. I'm not kink shaming, but what is with all the pee? Like, that's 4 or 5 times that, like, pees came up in this thing. Next, you are now facing south in the hallway. Into the PI room. You hear noise behind the door. It sounds like swing music and riotous times being had. Riotous times being had. Whoever is in this office probably has a terrific imagination, but the door is locked. Follow the exit sign. You feel your imagination begin to fade, so you hurry downstairs to the imaginary street. You find your motley collection of items which you earlier threw out the window in a fit of rage, stupidity or both. Look up at your office window. You see a familiar face through the window, a friendly face. Your imagination wears off. Next, you experience the lingering effects of your imagination. The stats remains at the same level, but no longer affords you its advantages. However, you remain just as useless in the real world. You are going to need to figure out a way to sober up fast. Chug coffee with no regard for temperature. You drink the coffee, which is lukewarm. It is foul, bitter, and ridiculously strong. You can only drink a little of it. Your imagination is reduced with your VIM. While your VIM enjoys a healthy boost, you feel terrific now, fit as a fiddle and bristling with coordination. 2 pieces of candy corn fall onto the floor. You get candy corn. You put the candy corn into your hat. The phone is ringing again. Go check it out. Your phone is now missing 3 components, making it that much more difficult to answer this call from an undoubtedly hysterical dame. If only you could think of a way to reel in objects from the weird Windows/Mindspace universe. Flip window upside down and shake to retrieve phone. You try to shake your belongings from the blasted portal. Next, it appears to run on Etch-a-Sketch technology. Make lasso out of tape and pull phone back in. You use the magnetic tape to form a lasso. Maybe you could reel in your belongings this way. However, you think the tape lasso is way too light and flimsy to throw out the window into any significant distance or accuracy. We'll need something to weigh it down. Cut to the chase and use cinder block. You tie the tape to a cinder block, using it as an anchor. Throw out window. That's just creepy. Examine the mural for hidden clues. It looks like there are 2 holes in the mural. They are spaced far apart, just wide enough for someone with sensible human anatomy to look through with both eyes. 75%. Look through them. You unplug the window again and have a gander. Next. Problem Sleuth is impolite, very rude. An unpleasant note. You can tell using your depth of perception that the note is very close, only a few inches from your face. Poke curtain rod at note. The painting of an elf jostles on the other side and falls to reveal a safe. The safe pops open, revealing the painting of an elf.
Alright, now let's bring it back here now. I need some a little soul.
Look through elf holes.
Bring it back.
It is the office of yet another one of your competitors, Pickle Inspector. He looks dazed, as if perhaps he's been trapped in his office for some time. There are stained glass containers in the corner. You wonder if there might be a business card, worded professionally, of course, for a glass blower somewhere in his office, perhaps taped to something like a cinder block or the back of an elf painting. His office is dark for some reason. You suddenly hear noises coming from Ace Stick's office. You figure as long as your office is dark, you might as well check on him through the closet. That's covered in paste. Take a look. The horse tied Ace Stick up in a chair and stole his phone. The Huggy Bear bust is cracked open, and the treasure, which was undoubtedly stashed inside, has been stolen too. He was probably tortured for the information. Rejoice! You celebrate by mustering one of the silliest dances you've attempted in hours. Next, Ace Stick hears your shenanigans from the other side. He seems to be pleading for a way to cut the rope. Get the Hutch Bust's attention. You cannot imagine how you could get a statue's attention. You begin to covet the Hutch Bust and whatever secrets it guards. Climb down the tape to retrieve your things. The reel is way too weak to hold your weight. It will probably only be able to support the reel in lighter objects. Activate the reel to reel. The reel begins to turn, pulling the tape taut. The cinder block below does not budge. If the tape is retied to a lighter object, it will likely be pulled in through the window automatically. You go into the back room and down the elevator. Slip glass through a slot. He retrieves the shard of glass. He uses it to cut himself free. Next, you are now a stick. You begin to question this field you've been embroiled in with your neighbor for so long. After all, he did just give you the number for some honest-to-God whores, even if they did ultimately rob you. He also just helped you escape. Maybe it's time to bury the hatchet and help him out of his office. You feel you should get some supplies from your safe first, though if only you could remember the combination. Check behind paper stuck to door for combo. You can't pull it off, it's stuck fast. Maybe a heavy object will knock it loose. Throw Hutch Bust at it. Using your extraordinary strength due to your unusually high VIM characteristics, you lift the bust easily. Throw. You send the Owen Wilson paperwork. That's terrifying. The bus crashed through the window, knocking out an employee of Madame Mural. He was wheeling a portable scaffold into place to prepare for some mural work. He looks like he is in bad shape now. The hutch had cracked open, exposing riches. It looks like one of the whores may have taken Hussie's sunglasses. That's just terrifying. Have taken Starsky's sunglasses, yeah. Next, the scaffold continues rolling, coming to stop in front of your door, jamming it shut. Next, are now trapped in your office too. You and Problem Sleuth will have to work together if you want to escape. Proceed commands for A stick with AD and for Problem Sleuth with PS. AD, reach through window and move scaffold out of the way. The scaffolding is jammed in place. It seems the brake for the wheels was triggered after it came to a stop. You can't push it away either. The top just bumps up against the ceiling. There's no climbing out of the window with your portly frame because of the scaffold bars. Unless someone comes to help you or find a blowtorch to melt through the bars, you're probably not getting out of this office anytime soon. Nice try though. Okay, forget it then. AD, pick up Tommy gun. I beg your pardon? AD, get the phone pieces sitting around. You put the phone parts in your inventory. AD, slip PS his phone parts. You slip the phone parts through the slot in the an awaiting Problem Sleuth. But he is not waiting for them in the dumbwaiter. The phone parts fall somewhere into the dark shaft below. Nice work, bonehead McFuckup. AD, look inside Huggy Bear's statue for riches. There is a hammer in the broken Snoop Dogg bust. You place the hammer in your inventory. Next. P.S. Climb halfway out window, then unplug window. Holy snap. The window loses its extra-dimensional portal properties and severs you midway through. You are dead. Go back. No, wait, don't do that. You're not sure what you were thinking. P.S. Climb behind clown poster. Or check behind clown poster, not climb behind. 3M2KBHJQ49LD6MZRQ1TG678M. TG, turn to Godhead. Sorry. Behind the poster is another clown drawn directly on the metal. Under the paper is a long game code. This is probably a code you can use to return to a particular state in this game. You put it in your inventory. AD, pounce on keys before they disappear. You pick up the ring of keys. Okay, cool. Armed with your Tommy gun, you are one hard-boiled lug. Nobody messes with this tough guy, see? P.S. Go into dumbwaiter so you can retrieve an item. You go down the dumbwaiter. A-Stick tries to give you an item, but the hammer is too big to fit into the slot. Ace gives you his business cards instead. In return, you give him your collection of unpleasant notes. AD, examine notes. Fuck off, asshole. Moron, stupid butt, smells like a butt. You recognize both of these notes. You wrote and delivered them to your neighbor to get his goat. One of them has something on the back. He wrote a rebuttal on the other side and taped it to the back of his fake safe for your viewing pleasure. Luckily, the combination to your safe is on this paper. You carelessly composed your note on this document without noticing. AD, use it to open safe. You enter the combination. The smaller compartment opens to reveal 3 old-fashioned keyholes. AD, go look through pig painting to see what PS is up to. You have to unplug your large panoramic window from its portable generator first. Unplug window. Look through holes. Candy corn vampire. Ugh. You topple backwards on your particle board desk. It was supported by a couple of smaller busts, including one of your favorites, Snoop Dogg from Soul Plane. Throw Snoop Dogg through big window portal. First, you will organize all of the particle board into a neat pile to reduce clutter. You ready the Snoop for throwing. The bust crumbles against the rigid surface of the unplugged window. There's no breaking the plane unless it's plugged in. Amidst the rubble is a couple pieces of candy corn and a small key. Examine the crutie next to the Snoop Dogg bust. First, you plug the window back in so you can stop stubbing your toe on things. Stubbing your toe is known to be brutal on your polytrude stat. You pick up the crutie of brandy. 80. Examine rope. You pick up the rope. 80. Use Tommy gun on safe keyholes. You use the key of rings to unlock the keyholes on the safe. Next. The ring of keys blows a hole in the safe. The safe is open. 80. Throw hammer through window. Now that the window is plugged in, you may effectively vent your rage with a heavy object. The hammer shatters the glass and falls to the street far below your penthouse office suite. Next. There's the body.